Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will see some questions based on differentiation. Practice questions from 7 to 12. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So let's start with question number 7, which says if fx equal to mod of log e mod x, then f dash x equal to. So the hint of this question is first we will break fx as a piecewise function, right? Mod x, we know that mod x, that is absolute value function, works as mod x equal to x when x greater than 0 and minus x when x less than 0, right? So we can break mod log e mod x as piecewise function, right? After that, we can take derivative of this. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, as we have discussed, fx equal to, we know that fx equal to mod log e mod x, right? Now, suppose when x less than minus 1, then this becomes log minus x, clear? When x is between minus 1 to 0, x is between minus 1 to 0, then this term will become minus of log minus x, right? When x is between 0 to 1, this becomes minus of log x, clear? As we know that when x is between minus 1 to 1, log of something will be negative, right? And when x is greater than 1, log of it becomes fx becomes log x, clear? Now let's calculate f dash x. So now f dash x is can be calculated as log of minus x. It will be minus of 1 by x into minus 1, right? Which is 1 by x. So f dash x is basically 1 by x when x less than minus 1. When x is between minus 1 to 1, it is minus of 1 by x, right? That is, we have to differentiate this minus of log minus x, right? So differentiation of this will be minus of 1 by x. Now when x is between 0 to 1, minus of log x becomes minus 1 by x. And when x is greater than 1, it becomes 1 by x, clear? So clearly f dash x is equal to 1 by x for mod x greater than 1, clear? For mod x greater than 1, f dash x is basically 1 by x. Mod x greater than 1 means x greater than 1, either x greater than 1 or x less than minus 1, clear? So for both the cases, f dash x is equal to 1 by x, clear? So I think option B is the right choice. 1 by x for mod x greater than 1, right? Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Question number 8, which says that if fx equal to mod of cos x minus sin x, then f dash pi by 2 is equal to. So the hint of this question is, again, we will see from which interval cos x is greater than sin x and from which interval cos x is less than sin x. The interval in which cos x is greater than sin x, so in that interval, this term fx will be cos x minus sin x, right? And the interval in which sin x is greater than cos x, in that interval, this fx will become sin x minus cos x, right? Clear? So fx can be broken as piecewise function in different intervals, right? Okay. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay. So let's move to the solution. See, you can draw the graph of cos x and sin x on the same graph. You will see, this is sin x, clear? And this is something cos x, like this, clear? So this point is basically pi by 4, right? This point is pi by 4. So from 0 to pi by 4, cos x is greater. From 0 to pi by 4, cos x is greater than sin x, right? This is the graph of sin x. You can see. So from 0 to pi by 4, cos x is, you can see, is greater than sin x. And when x is between pi by 4 to pi, x is between pi by 4 to pi, you can say that sin x is greater than cos x. Clear? Right. So from this we can say when x is between 0 to pi by 4, cos x is greater than sin x. This implies therefore cos x minus sin x is greater than 0, right? Also, when x is between pi by 4 to pi, cos x is less than sin x. So cos x minus sin x less than 0. Clear? Therefore, mod of cos x minus sin x is equal to minus of cos x minus sin x when x is between pi by 4 to pi. Since pi by 2 is between pi by 4 to pi, so fx will be minus of cos x minus sin x. That is sin x minus cos x. Now let's find f dash x. F dash x, see, fx is basically sin x minus cos x. So f dash x will be the differentiation of sin x will be plus cos x and the differentiation of minus cos x will be plus sin x, right? So f dash x will be sin x plus cos x, right? So f dash pi by 2 will be sin pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2, which is sin pi by 2 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. Clear? So answer will be 1, right? Okay, clear? So I think option A is right choice, 1. Got it? Let's move to the next question. Question number 8, 9. Question number 9, which says that if fx equal to cos x into cos 2x into cos 4x into cos 8x into cos 16x, then f dash pi by 4 is equal to. See, the hint of this function is, see, these things are in multiplication. So if you want to apply product rule, then it will be very complicated question, right? But we can, to nullify the complications, we can simplify this value, right? So how can we simplify this value? See, we know that 2 cos x into sin x is sin 2x, right? Clear? So if we multiply and divide this expression with 2 sin x upon 2 sin x, see, multiply this expression with 2 sin x and divide also with 2 sin x. So you will see that the above numerator will be 2 sin x into cos x, which will be sin 2x. Now, you will get sin 2x into cos 2x. Again, if you multiply with 2 and divide with 2, you will get 2 sin 2x into cos 2x, which will be sin 4x. Again, you will see sin 4x into cos 4x, right? So again, you can multiply and divide with 2 and multiply with 2 and divide with 2, right? You will get 2 sin 4x into cos 4x, which will be sin 8x. Again, same by the similar method, you will get sin 8x into cos 8x. So again, you will multiply and divide with 2. You will get 2 sin 8x into cos 8x as sin 16x. So it will be sin 16x into cos 16x. So again, you will multiply and divide with 2. So 2 sin 16x into cos 16x can be written as sin 32x upon sin 32x upon the numerator. In the denominator, it will be 2 to the power 5 because we have multiplied 2 in the denominator 5 times, right? So 2 to the power 5 sin x. Clear? So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As we have discussed, we have multiplied and divided this expression by 2 sin x upon 2 sin x, right? So it becomes sin 2x cos 2x cos 4x cos 8x into cos 16x. Now it is sin 2x into cos 2x, right? So let's multiply 2 and divide by 2. So denominator becomes 2 square sin x, right? So and numerator becomes sin 4x into cos 4x into cos 8x into cos 16x. Similarly, right? So after simplification, you will get fx as sin 32x upon 2 to the power 5 sin x, right? You will continuously multiply and divide by 2, right? And apply the formula of sin 2x as sin 2 theta as 2 sin theta cos theta, right? So you will get fx as sin 32x upon 2 to the power 5 sin x. Clear? Now, you have to find f dash x, right? So see, 2 to the power 5 is 32, right? So it is constant. We will take it out. So 1 by 32. Now let's apply quotient rule in sine 32x upon sine x, right? So you will find that, see, keep sine x and differentiate sine 32x which will be 32 cos 32x into sine x minus keep sine 32x out and differentiate sine x, which is sine 32x into cos x upon denominator is sine square x, right? Now f dash pi by 4. Put pi by 4 in place of x, you will get, see, 32 into sine cos 32 into pi by 4, which is cos 8 pi, which is 1 by root 2. Clear? 1 by root 2 into cos 8 pi is 1, right? Minus 1 by root 2 into 0. Cos 8 pi is 0. Clear? 1 actually. Clear? And this term is, see, sine 8 pi is basically 0. Clear? And denominator is 32 into 1 by root 2 square. So after solving, you will get answer as root 2. Clear? So I think option A is right choice, root 2. Got it? Option A is the right choice. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 10, which says if sine y is equal to x sine a plus y, then dy by dx is equal to. So the hint of this question is, see, since sine y is given as x into sine a plus y, so you can express x in terms of y. So keep x one side and move this sine a plus y other side, right? So x can be written as sine y upon sine a plus y, right? After that, we can apply quotient rule in sine y upon sine a plus y, right? So we can find dx by dy. After that, we can take reciprocal of dx by dy to get dy by dx, right? And in the right hand side, we will apply quotient rule, right? So this was the hint of this question. We have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, as we have discussed, sine y is equal to x sine a plus y. This implies x can be written as sine y x can be written as sine y upon sine a plus y. Now on differentiating with respect to y, we get dx upon y is equal to, see, take numerator, take denominator first and differentiate this sine y, which is cos y, minus take sine y and differentiate sine a plus y, which is cos a plus y, upon a square of denominator, which is sine square a plus y. Now dx by dy is equal to, see, this sine a plus y, sine a cos b minus cos a sine b, right? Sine a cos b minus cos a sine b can be written as sine and sine a is a plus y and b is y, right? So it is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b is sine a minus b. So a plus y minus y can be written as sine a, right? So dx by dy can be written as sine a upon sine square a plus y, right? So dy by dx can be written as sine square by taking reciprocal both side. So dy by dx is basically sine square a plus y upon sine a. Clear? So I think option B is right choice. Okay, B is right choice. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 11, which says y is equal to 1 minus x into 1 plus x square into 1 plus x to the power 4 till 1 plus x to the power 2n. Then dy by dx at x equal to 0 is equal to. So the hint of this question is, see, this is, if you want to apply product rule, then it will be very complicated, right? Because we have this expression is multiplication of n different functions, right? Which is 1 minus x, 1 plus x square, 1 plus x to the power 4. So we have only one option, that is we have to simplify this equation. How we will simplify this equation? See, we know the formula of, see, here 1 plus x square, 1 plus x to the power 4 like things. Clear? So we know that we know the formula of a plus b into a minus b as a square minus b square, right? So if we multiply and divide this expression by 1 plus x upon 1 plus x, right? Multiply with 1 plus x and divide with 1 plus x. you will get 1 plus x into 1 minus x can be written as 1 minus x square. Now, you can see 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square can be written as 1 minus x to the power 4. Again, 1 minus x to the power 4 into 1 plus x to the power 4 can be written as 1 minus x to the power 8. Like this, you can simplify this, right? So, you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, given y is equal to 1 minus x upon 1 plus x square into 1 plus x to the power 4 into 1 plus x to the power 2n. Let's divide and multiply with 1 plus x. So, in the denominator, it will be 1 plus x. In the numerator, it will be 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square till 1 plus x to the power n. So, after simplification, simplifying the numerator, you will get 1 minus x to the power 4n. 1 minus x to the power 4n upon 1 plus x, right? So, dy by dx can be written as c. Again, you can apply quotient rule, as the simplified form of y is 1 minus x to the power 4n upon 1 plus x. So, dy by dx can be written as 1 plus x into 0 minus 4n x to the power 4n minus 1 minus 1 minus x to the power 4n into 1 upon 1 plus x to the power 1 plus x square, right? Now, we have to find dy by dx at x equal to 0. So, when you will put x equal to 0 in this, you will get answer as minus 1, right? Clear? Okay. So, answer is option A, minus 1. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 12, which says, if a function f is defined from minus 1 to 1 to r, be a differentiable function with f0 equal to 1 and f dash 0 is equal to 1. Clear? Let gx is equal to a square of f of 2fx plus 2. Then we have to find g dash 0 is equal to. Clear? So the hint of this question is, see, we are given f0 and f dash 0. Clear? And gx is given as this. So first we will take derivative g dash x. Clear? G dash x will be 2 times f of 2fx plus 2 into f dash of 2fx plus 2 into 2f dash, right? 2f dash x. Clear? So you will take derivative of gx as g dash x and put g dash 0. Put x as 0. Clear? So you will get the answer. Okay. You have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, we have function f as minus 1 to 1 to r, and f0 is equal to minus 1 and f dash 0 is equal to 1. Gx can be written as f of square of f of 2fx plus 2. Clear? Now g dash x can be written as 2 f of 2fx plus 2 into f dash 2fx plus 2 into 2 of f dash x, right? So g dash 0 can be written as 2 times f of 2f0 plus 2 into f dash 2f0 plus 2 into 2f dash 0. Clear? So put x equal to 0. So you will get f dash 0 as 2 f0 into f dash 0 into 2 f dash 0. Clear? So by putting the value of f0 and f dash 0, you will get, see, f0 is basically, f0 is minus 1 and f dash 0 is, f0 is minus 1, right? f0 is minus 1. Clear? f0 is given minus 1. Mistakenly it is written 1, f0 is minus 1, right? So f0 is minus 1, f dash 0 is 1 and f dash 0 is 1. Clear? So you will get the value as minus 4, which is option B. Clear? Okay. Okay, so we have seen these questions. In the next part, we will discuss more questions. Okay. Thank you so much.